In this edition of Whiteboard Weather, I'm going to get to the bottom of a heated discussion I've had an opinion on for a long time. But before we get into it, let's roll the intro. All right, we have a whiteboard, we have some weather, and let's get into it. Now, I may have to retire this black marker. As you see, it started off strong, and then for some reason, this marker is fading out a little bit as I'm drawing with it. It's not great, so we'll use some other color marker. Let's use purple. All right, so the debate today, it came to me the other day. I was talking with Jeremy, and we've had these setups now where it's rained at night, but the majority of the day would be dry. Now, we don't use percentage of precipitation here at Newswatch 16. We don't do that. And there's a reason why, because it's controversial. So I said, okay, so it's not going to rain the entire day, and it's going to rain about 8, 9 o'clock. What percentage would you put the precipitation that day if we did do it, in theory? Jeremy, and maybe some of you at home, think about that for a second. What percentage, not going to rain all day, 8, 9 o'clock, we're likely going to see a downpour. What percentage would you put? Jeremy said 60%. Me, I said 20%. See how much different it is? We're both degreed meteorologists. Even we can't agree on the percentage of precipitation. You may have a completely different number to yourself at home, and that's where the debate starts. So let's flip the whiteboard, and let's talk about percentages of precipitation. Okay, so there are a lot of ways you could determine this. I've seen meteorologists say they use a formula. They use a formula of coverage of the area times their confidence. So let's say you think 50% of the area is going to receive rain, but you're not too confident, so you're going to put a random number, like you're 40% confident in your forecast. You're going to multiply these two and get a number of 20%. For me, I just think doing a math formula, what is 40% confident? Is you're not confident, you're kind of confident. I don't really like this method. The second is just pure coverage. Let's say we look at this map, we think we can split it in half, we think 50% is going to see rain, 50% not. I think that's a valid method, but I don't like doing that. There's the scientific rule. This is the definition that the National Weather Service does. So for any points, Williamsport, Scranton, Mount Pocono, the odds that that point in any period will see rainfall, as in 0.01 inches or more of rainfall, that is the definition. So let's say we think Scranton, again, 2 a.m. Scranton's going to see some rainfall, probably. We're going to put a 90% chance. But if you see that on your weather app, if you see that, you'd be like, oh, 90%. Oh, I might as well just pack the bags. That's not a good day to go out. So that's why I don't think it's a valid method of doing percentages of precipitation. So any given point, I think this is valid when doing an hour by hour. So let's say you're doing 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Hey, in Scranton, we think there's a 30% odds that's going to rain between that hour period. We think it's going to be 40, and then it bumps up to 50%. I think that's a valid point, because you're only talking about an hour. But when you're talking about a day, it's different. An hour time frame, that's a lot. Okay, I got baseball practice between 6 and 8 o'clock. They're saying it's a 40% chance. But the rest of the day, it's not going to rain. You have to change the percentages of precipitation. So my theory, right? I forecasted in Florida, and I still hold this theory. The percentage of precipitation, the pop number, it's not a mathematical formula. It's not a scientific number. It is a vibe number. Again, we do not use it as a WNEP because nobody really understands. So I use it as in how much of my day is going to be ruined, how much is it going to play out. So let's do a scenario, right? There's a hurricane here coming up the coast. There's a hurricane in the Atlantic. It's spinning up, and we're going to get walloped by it. It's gonna rain for most of the day. I never like doing 100% chance for rain. A hurricane, I'd probably do a 90% chance for rain. It's going to be raining all day. You're really not going to have any breaks. We do not advise you to go outside. It's going to be windy. That's a 90% chance for rain. Let's say it's a summer day, right? It's a summer day. It's the middle of July. It's one of those days where it's like 94 degrees. And then in the afternoon, we're like, okay, there's going to be some pop-up showers and thunderstorms. We just don't know where they're going to be. I'd give that about a 30% chance for rain. There would be some spotty showers and thunderstorms passing in. But let's just say there's a cold front coming in. There's a big cold front, Arctic air is pushing in, and we see a line of thunderstorms. There's a cold front, there's all these storms popping up, pressing through northeast and central Pennsylvania. It's going to be raining, let's say, between 8 o'clock in the morning and about 1 p.m. That's when I do my 60%. Like, we're pretty confident that's going to push in. So it's all of a vibe forecast. You're not calculating the mean error. You're not doing anything like that. It's just a way to communicate this is how much of your day is going to be ruined. Hey, if you see an afternoon downpour, 30% of your day is going to be ruined. You're playing baseball outside. It's going to be pouring. May see a lightning strike. That's 30% chance. If a big hurricane is coming up, hey, listen, we don't want you outside. That's 90%. Anything above 80%, I'm saying, okay, that's not going to be, it's going to be more so a washout. So that is my general theory behind things. Viewers at home, let me know. Is there anything that you think percentage of precipitation is, whether it's the area coverage, or probably some other ones, how heavy it's going to be, anything like that? Any preconceived notions? So good thing we don't use percentages of precipitation, because again, it can be very well misconstrued. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and I'll see you once again next week on Whiteboard Weather.